I'm Laura Lee Lawson. I'm the owner of the Healthy Owl Bakery Cafe in North Waterloo. We're at the corner of Northfield and Davenport Road. We focus on serving really healthy baked goods and lunches, soups, salads, and sandwiches, where whatever you choose from the menu is something that's going to be good for you. I started thinking about opening this business about a year ago. Had a passion for healthy food. So I spent about a year researching it, and finally when we decided it was a feasible thing to do, I contacted Kelly O'Connor, who is our architect, and she recommended that we work with Craig at Burlington Fixtures. They had worked together in the past and she was really impressed with the work he'd been able to do. So we drove to Burlington, met with Craig, and sat down, went over our designs, a lot of different options and possible ways that we could achieve what we wanted, and ultimately we arrived at what we have here. Well, I'd like to just show you around the cafe and show you maybe some of our favorite fixtures that Burlington helped us with. This, as you can see, is where we have all our milk, cream, everything for our coffee. It's a long shelf and it works really effectively. And the wood grain, although I have to admit it is laminate, it looks like a beautiful wood grain and we just love it. Plenty of storage space underneath. It's really practical and functional as well as attractive. One of our most favorite, and Craig will attest to this, is our front counter. It was designed by our architect, and it's made up of a number of moldings that have been put together. It came together beautifully. It's a really unique look, has the texture, and we just love it. It is one of our favorites. As well, you can over here at the banquette in the chairs. It's beautiful and attractive and incredibly comfortable. It's got, again, the lovely wood grain, and people just seem to come in and relax and just settle right into it. As well, we have our menu boards on chalkboard, and Burlington designed those so that they can be lifted up, brought down, adjusted, and put back up. And they work beautifully. It gives us a lot of flexibility in terms of designing the menu, and it's incredibly functional as well as attractive. That's sort of what Burlington seems to specialize in. Everything works, it's very functional, but it looks beautiful as well. Our experience working with Burlington store fixtures has been amazing. As often happens with renovations, things take longer than you expect, whether it's a home or a business. And in our case, that had happened, and we were really working with a tight timeline. And unfortunately, Craig came in toward the end, so his timeline was what kind of got squished. He gave us his estimate for when he thought he could have the work done. And I said, wow, is there anything you can do to move that up? Because we're really, really working tight. And he said, when do you need it? I told him, and he said, I don't know if we can do that, but we'll do whatever we can. And he and his team pulled out all the stops. I know they worked through weekends, and they managed to come in about 10 days earlier. I mean, 10 days earlier than expected. He kept me informed through emails and phone calls, how things were progressing. And one day, his team appeared, and the next day at noon, everything was done. Everything was in place, it was spotless, and we were ready to open. It was a pretty amazing experience.